Welcome to today's 6-minute makeover. Today we're looking at a shop called Hot Knots, which sells all kinds of crocheted home decor, purses, hats, and digital download patterns. So the shop owner has gotten in touch with me because she's saying the only thing that's really selling consistently are her patterns. The physical items that she makes, like her beautiful purses and rugs and actual physical items, never sell, and she's stumped as to why these patterns are flying off the shelves, but her physical items are never getting touched. So when you're having an issue like this, sometimes it can be as simple as buyers don't know what else you sell. Just by simply looking at this storefront, it's mostly patterns here. So if I was looking for a physical item and I was just scanning quickly without reading, as customers often do, I might miss entirely that there are physical items for sale here. So one of the ways that you can make it easier for your buyers to figure out what's going on is by using your categories to sort things so that they're clear for buyers. So instead of just crochet patterns, you could say messy bun crochet patterns and ready to ship messy bun hats or something like that. When you use the term ready to ship, it clarifies that you can buy the item instead of having to make it yourself. So this is something that she could do to expand her categories here so people could physically see what's in her shop with one quick glance. The other thing that you can do if you have this sort of issue is to take an item like this where you have a pattern and make sure that you make it super clear in your description that they can buy the physical version of this item. So you can say something like, would you rather just have the hat without having to make it? Click here to buy this or any other hat and get it shipped right away. Then you can just include a link to the section of your shop where you have ready to ship items, in this case hats. Now, in the case of this seller, she's using one of her images for an email list, which I would highly recommend. But if you're really worried about making sure people know what's in your shop, you can always use this text to designate that the physical version is available. Now, in the case of someone selling digital items, you're kind of living the dream here. And a lot of people don't realize this, but let's pretend this seller was getting 5 orders for physical items per day. How much time would she have to spend making those items? How long would it take her before she runs out of those items entirely? And then she has to make new items, take pictures of them, and go back and forth constantly. So this whole making every single thing you create can really become a burden if you're getting so many orders that it's not possible for one person to fulfill them. This is why I recommend that so many sellers capitalize on digital items, and she's living the dream here because hers are working. So in some cases, while it may seem like you want all of your physical stuff to sell constantly, the reality might be that it's really limited in terms of what you can sell physically. So you might want to go ahead and give the people what they want. If her shop is already doing well for digital download items, that means that buyers have come to expect that from her, and they recognize her brand for that. This is something most Etsy sellers would kill to be able to establish. So if your buyers are already expecting something from you, you should really give them what they want. This is the route to more income and increasing your income every single month. Let's take a look at what happens when you don't give buyers what they expect and how that can create a rift between you and your potential customers. So the other day I was on Etsy looking for a skull sweatshirt, and I was scrolling and I found this one, and I thought it was unique and interesting. I liked that it was vintage. I kind of liked it, so I clicked on it. And when I clicked on it, I realized it was almost what I wanted, and I was thinking maybe they have something similar in their shop that I'll like just as much. So I clicked on their items. And what did I find when I opened it? No sweatshirts at all. We're talking about a really strange collection of items here. This was not what I expected, and it was not what I was looking for. So what happens when I enter a shop as a customer and it's not what I expect? I leave and never come back. I will never shop at this shop. I will never go to the effort to actually find what I'm looking for, even if they already have it, because this surprised me so much that I just decided it wasn't worth my time or energy to figure out what was going on. And it also sends up a red flag because this shop owner clearly can't make up their mind. If they're making a little bit of everything, how much time and effort can possibly go into the individual thing that I want? That's scary. So I left. Now, if your buyers are already expecting patterns from you and you're giving them what they want, you can only be establishing your brand further and getting closer and closer to becoming a big selling pattern shop. Digital downloads and DIYs are popular because they're inexpensive. Anyone can do them. You can download them and do them at any time. And it's really cool way to get a designer or someone talented like this shop owner here to create you something that you could never figure out how to make on your own. There's a great sense of accomplishment in doing that. And I think that's one of the reasons why buyers are so attracted to this beautiful shop. So that is your 6-minute makeover for today. Check below the video for any resources or further links about making this sort of thing happen in your shop. And thanks so much for watching.